times of war and peace, we hear a lot about the lines that cannot be crossed. And today we heard another, the red line, the point at which Iran is believed to have what it needs to make a nuclear bomb, and the last moment anyone could try to stop it. Today, with the world watching at the United Nations, the Israeli Prime Minister drew that line using the simplest of tools, a red marker, to make the gravest of points.
Netanyahu made the remark in his address to the UN General Assembly in New York on Thursday. He said it's getting very late to stop Iran and that the country could have enough enriched uranium for a nuclear weapon by next summer. Netanyahu sees Iran's nuclear development as a threat to the security of Israel. The Israeli Prime Minister said that the international sanctions against Iran are insufficient to make the country abandon its nuclear program.
There's only one way to peacefully prevent Iran from getting atomic bombs, and that's by placing a clear red line on Iran's nuclear weapons program. Red lines don't lead to war. Red lines prevent war. Just look at NATO's charter. It made clear that an attack on one member country would be considered an attack on all. And NATO's red line helped keep the peace in Europe for nearly half a century. So in fact, the only way that you can credibly prevent Iran from developing a nuclear weapon is to prevent Iran from amassing enough enriched uranium for a bomb. So how much enriched uranium do you need for a bomb? And how close is Iran to getting it? This is a bomb. This is a fuse. In the case of Iran's nuclear plans to build a bomb, this bomb has to be filled with enough enriched uranium. And Iran has to go through 3 stages. The first stage, they have to enrich enough low enriched uranium. The second stage, they have to enrich enough medium enriched uranium. And the third stage and final stage, they have to enrich enough high enriched uranium for the first bomb. Where's Iran? Iran's completed the first stage. Took them many years, but they completed it, and they're 70% of the way there. Now they're well into the second stage. And by next spring, at most, by next summer, at current enrichment rates, they will have finished the medium enrichment and move on to the final stage. From there, it's only a few months, possibly a few weeks, before they get enough enriched uranium for the first bomb. Ladies and gentlemen, what I've told you now is not based on secret information. It's not based on military intelligence. It's based on the public reports of the International Atomic Energy Agency. Anybody could read them. They're online. So if these are the facts, and they are, where should a red line be drawn? A red line should be drawn right here. Before Iran completes the second stage of nuclear enrichment necessary to make a bomb, before Iran gets to a point where it's a few months away or a few weeks away from amassing enough enriched uranium to make a nuclear weapon.
Netanyahu was referring to Iran's growing stash of uranium enriched to 20%, a level that experts say can be further enriched to weapons grade. The Israeli leader has challenged President Barack Obama to declare his own red line that, if Iran crosses it, could trigger a military strike on Iran's nuclear facilities. Mr. Obama is refusing to do that. He argues that Iran is developing the capability to make a nuclear weapon, but may not have made the final political decision to make a bomb. For now, Mr. Obama wants to use diplomacy and heavy economic sanctions. Netanyahu argues neither diplomacy nor sanctions have worked. Only a red line will.
Mr. Netanyahu made it clear that his information doesn't come from intelligence reports, but from a UN agency. That's the International Atomic Energy Agency, and it's worth noting that Israel doesn't let it in to monitor its own nuclear arsenal.